Okay. Okay, I'm reviewing a bunch of books. I'm gonna review all of the One Piece Whole Cake Island, because I love that arc. We got Percy Jackson books. I haven't read this, so we're not gonna do it. It's like a kid's book. It's kind of, yes, I'm sure. It's just like, oh, fuck. Oh, wow. This is, oh my god. Yeah, okay. This book is really good. This book, alright, this shit's over, but I'm not doing this anymore. You should read it. So, we're gonna start off with this book. We got An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. All I really gotta say is it's by John Green. You should read John Green. If you don't read this one, Paper Towns. I love Paper Towns. I thought Fault in Our Stars was good. Oh, Fault in Our Stars is like one that, like, the more I think about it, the better that book gets. Yeah, Fault in Our Stars is very good. Looking for Alaska, if you want to bring yourself pain. But Paper Towns and this, Abundance of Catherines, very good. I read it on a trip. Every time I read John Green, like, I read John Green when I was on a trip, and I was just crying in the bookstore. Like, he knows how to tap into your brain. He's a great writer. Next book, Webster's New World College Dictionary. There's a lot of pages, like 1,700 pages to be exact. I haven't really read this one, but it's actually really fun to use a dictionary instead of the internet. It makes reading like a lot longer, but I enjoy it more. And, you know, we're all going to the same place, so might as well enjoy your time instead of trying to speed run death, which is what America does. Work. Are you not working right now? What are you doing with your life? You need to work more. 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 You need to work. Like, bro, just read a dictionary. This shit's stupid. Like, what's a hoe cake, bro? A thin bread made of cornmeal baked on a hoe at the fire. You bake it on a hoe. Like, what is that? You know, that's cool. I don't really read the dictionary much, but it's kind of fun. It makes reading a little bit more fun and frustrating, especially if you don't have that much time. But anyway, next book. We got that Bell Jar. This is my performative reading for the year. This book's actually really, really good. It's really, really, like, depressing. There's, like, when I read it, what I noticed is, like, the first half of the book has a very, like, bland tone over the whole thing. Like, you're like, okay, like, it's not really, like, the most interesting book. It's just, like, stuff is going on. And then, like, the latter half of the book becomes almost, like, deadly and sharp. And you're reading it and you're going, like, whoa. Why do you have 19 Gillette razors in your pocket? What's going on? And that brought up some bad feelings for sure. So be careful with this book. It gets kind of gross. Oh, my brother's calling me. But be careful. This is a great book, though. In 2 hours, my brother called me, and I looked at freaking creative writing classes. Let's keep going. I think we ended at the Bell Jar. This is in post. I gotta keep talking about this book a little bit. Okay, the first half is gray, but it's very depressing. And obviously, our main character, Esther, is depressed. But the second half of the book, she's depressed, but then she's also suicidal. And it makes her rhetoric a lot sharper, but it also brings hope into the mix, which is really, like, it's such a strange, and, like, I get it. Like, I really get that part, where it's like, when you start to bring in some suicidal ideation, you also weirdly bring hope into your gray world. So the skiing scene with it's like Billy or whatever her, like, the guy who's, like, wants to marry her is called. like really, really cool stuff going. It's like the second half of the book is so everything is sharp and deadly, and the rhetoric is scary, and I don't know. That's the vibe I got from the book, where it's just everything's like so I like it. I think it's actually a really good book. It's a rough read. Like it, yeah. If you're like sensitive, I don't know. For me, I could like feel the Gillette razors when she was talking about them, and like it's a rough one. You do not have to read it. It's, yeah. Next up, what is this? Lost at Sea, Brian O'Malley. Banger. This is Brian O'Malley. He wrote Scott Pilgrim. It's phenomenal. It's this girl. She just graduated high school. She doesn't think she has a soul. She doesn't have a soul. And so she's going on this road trip. She's pretty quiet. Doesn't have a soul. And it's like a book about feeling like you're 18 and you just got out of high school and you're like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And it's wonderful. You will probably cry. I cried. I've reread this many, many times. And Rayleigh is 18 years old and she has no idea what she's doing. If you've ever been 18 or confused or both, maybe you should read this book. You should read this book. Banger. Next, Catch in the Rye. Again, this is more like the 20-year-old version of Lost at Sea. This is Holden Caulfield, doesn't know what he's doing, thinks he's hot shit, but really he's just like a guy. And I had an ex say that I was Holden Caulfield, and I love this book, and yeah, it's kind of awesome. It's coming of age. I don't know what else. It's like, it's just this guy who he just grows up. Like, he's such a kid. And then he finally gets a taste of the real world. And yeah, he's mentally ill. And it's cool. It's a good book. One Day. Banger. This is a banger. This is like one of those where people are like, may this love never find me. Because the concept is, let me find the first chapter. It is, okay, so they played July 15th from 1988 till 2008. And they played that day, and it's the book takes place every single day, like a year later, and you get to see what's going on in Dexter, Matthew, and Emma Morley's lives. And 1988, July 15th, is like the first time they like connect. They've known each other, but like the first time they connect. I think they like sleep in the same bed or something. There's something, but it just shows their connection through the years, and it's just a fun book. Like every chapter you read, it's just like, what's gonna happen next? And since it's a year passing every time, new stuff's always happening. So it's just a fun book. It's like, it's really not slow at all. Kind of takes you through like stages of life and what it means to grow up and what it means to love another person. So yeah, it's a phenomenal book. Slaughterhouse-Five. Yeah, this one's rough. It's like Vonnegut. It's the only Vonnegut book I've read, but I really like his style. It's just like really depressing stuff, but he tries to make it funny. And he does. It is funny. But then you're like, wow, this is rough. Basically, at the end of this book, I was sleeping and I got visited by a ghost. I believe in ghosts. But I got visited by a ghost. I was just sitting in my bed, sleeping. And in my dream, I'm still in my bed. And this guy comes into my doorway in the form of my brother. And I'm not looking at him, but I know he looks like my brother. And he sounds like my brother. And he starts rattling off like statistics of bombings done in Dresden, Germany, which is what the book's about. And kind of spoilers, but it's okay. He just starts rattling off statistics. And I think it was an angry veteran who visited me in my sleep. So, yeah, this book's good. It's depressing, but you get to learn, like, war is bad. So, and it's horrible. Like, there's no reason to ever... It's terrible for every side. Anyway, Senlin Ascends. Okay, and also the people who lose in war are never... It's always the bottom. Like, it's a good one. It's a 4-part series. I still haven't read the 4th book, but it's pretty good so far. This first book is fun. It's about this teacher who, him and his wife go on a honeymoon. They just got married. They go to what is called the Tower of Babel. And Senlin's been looking forward to this like his whole life. He's like researched it and done all this stuff. He's like, I've read the books. And they go. It is nothing like he researched. It's nothing like the books. It's this crazy, like, lawless land. The Tower of Babel, if you didn't know, in, like, history, it was, like, I don't know if it was real or not. I gotta look that up. But the, like, lore behind it, or the folklore behind it, is that it was this place. All these cultures were trying to reach the heavens, and we all spoke the same language. Yeah, I think it's a folklore. And we all spoke the same language. And then we got too close to heaven and God that God was like, fuck all of you. He or she made all of the, what did he do? What did he do? Oh, he made it so everyone's like, couldn't understand each other. And then the tower crumbled because the loss of language made it so like, everyone was just like, what are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. So it's cool. But it has to do with that tower. This massive tower. There's a bunch of different cultures, a bunch of different like just people just walking around doing stuff, deceiving, cheating, doing all this. And Senlin's just a guy. He's a noble guy. He's a teacher, and him and his wife get to the tower, and then they lose each other within the 40 minutes. And then the entire series is Senlin looking for his wife. That's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna skip that. I haven't read it. It's War and Peace, and I just haven't read it. Another Brandon Sanderson banger. This is like, if you like Attack on Titan, this is Attack on Titan, but in space. It's like literally the same premise. It's about this girl, Spencer. Her dad betrayed the city, so like she has a really bad rap, but like mom's still alive, grandma's still alive, and they're just chilling. That's a good part. No, like, the mom doesn't get eaten like in Attack on Titan. Yeah, it's really good. They're getting like sieged. They get sieged by these unknown starfighters, like these fighter ships. This planet gets sieged by these unknown like fighters, and then you have basically the scouts, which is just like a group of the fleet who fights the alien planet, the alien fighters, and they fight in the middle of the air, and they win most of the time, but they do suffer casualties, just like the scouts. And yeah, Spencer's dream is to become a fighter and be a pilot, kind of like Eren. And she kind of has some powers. She can hear the stars. Next book. The Alloy of Law, Brandon Sanderson. Only problem with this is that there's a prequel series that comes before this called Mistborn, 3-part series. And then there's this one. This one is, like, to keep it very short, it's Sherlock Holmes and Watson, but they both have superpowers. So Sherlock Holmes, but if Sherlock Holmes could fly and like shoot coins, that like basically his power is that he has a magnetic push. So he can push metals. He can't pull metals, but he can push metals. So that means if he pushes a metal and it hits something that's heavier than him, he gets pushed up, and that's how he flies. He just keeps firing coins and keeps pushing on metal things. And how he I think he has a gun. He definitely has guns, but he also uses coins to like, yeah. And then Watson has he has I think it's like regeneration powers, where he just stores, like, he can just regen. Like, he just takes a bullet and then he regens. So it's Sherlock Holmes, but superpowers, and it's really cool. And they're like kind of like these kind of lawless. They're awesome. They're cool. Wayne, right here, really funny. He always changes his hat. If you see his hand on his hat, and that's like his thing. He's like, if I got a new hat on, I can do anything, which is kind of true. If you change your hairstyle up, if you change the way you look, you feel like a new person. So Wayne's an actor, and this guy's he just kills people. Next, Idle Burning by Usami. I'm sure she has another name. Rin Osami. Usami. I think it's a Japanese book. Yeah. It won some literary awards. And my dad just gave it to me. But this is really cool. It has a lot to do with parasocial relationships. And basically the premise is like, so our main character is like, she's like a stan of somebody. It's a J-pop group. And she's a stan of one of the stars in the group, but then it comes out that the star has like assaulted somebody, and then she stands by her her idol, and she's like, no, he could never. And she has like shrines in her house, and to her, like, this star is her savior. Like, that's what gets her through life. And then it kind of shatters her world to know that he assaulted someone, because she's like, do I believe it or do I not? And then it's this book that just like, you get to see in the brain of this high schooler who's like going kind of crazy, and you're like, what's going on? Really cool. It's such a short read. I mean, I seriously recommend it. 100 pages. And like, look, the words, they're big. Look, I didn't even finish it. Oh, I did. That's the last page. But look, the word's pretty big. So 100 pages, highly recommend it. Idle Burning. But actually, it's really good. That book, I don't read slop. Well, Solonin. Okay, we'll get to Solonin. I don't remember this one that much, but I just know that the art style is cute. It's very anime art style. It's really cool. Dang. Freaking good magic card in here. Look at that. Whenever Elvish Pioneer comes into play, you may put a basic land card from your hand into play tapped. 1 green, and it's a 1/1. That's really good. That means first turn you can just bop, bop, and then you got 2 lands down. I think it's a good play. Anyway, this one is about, it's like a music thing. Like, look at the cover. I think I stole it from my high school library. Yeah, I did. Sorry. I'll give it back if they see this. They probably won't. It's just like, it's like a big thing about like being in bands and being like older, like at this stage of life where you're like, I don't really know what's going on. I'm just alive and like working jobs and like playing in a band. And it's sad. This is a common theme in all my books. Except for Senlin and I don't, but anyway, I'm yapping. It's good. It shows a lot of like post-college, like I want to say like 27-year-old, 26-year-old life, where you're just like, I'm just literally just alive. Like, I'm just chilling. And yeah, it's good. He does a good job of, I think it's a guy who wrote it. Nope, it's a lady. She does a really good job of just portraying everyday life. Like, it's just like, we're literally just people. Yeah, it's good. Let's go. Okay, Percy Jackson. It's a classic. Like, just read it. Lightning Thief is it's the best of the 5. He's 12, by the way. This is a 12-year-old with a Minotaur horn. Son of Poseidon. This guy fights Ares, the god of war, at 12. I mean, like, there's just, like, that's a hero right there. Like, I don't even want to talk about these, but, like, they're good. Okay. Where's the other one I was yapping about? Okay, these guys. Oh, my God, the last book's so good. Okay, so, I think, my favorites. Weirdly, I think Oathbringer is awesome, but it might be my least favorite. I don't know. I just don't really. It's good. It's all, but I think just. So the thing with Oathbringer is very good, but it has this humongous battle with so much going on that you're kind of like, what is like? There was so much going on in that battle that I don't really remember. It's actually Oathbringer just like stands pretty high actually, because it's got like a really cool scene with Dalinar. Basically, these books are awesome. There's so much character growth. There's so much like very lovable characters in these books. 5th one, this is therapy. This is much cheaper than therapy. Therapy, maybe your therapist is like $75 a session. I don't know. On my parents' insurance. Thank you very much. But this one, it was a $40 book, but it's cheaper than one therapy session. So if you think about it in terms like that, like it'll be more, it might actually be the same amount of time if you go to a lot of therapy. I mean, it's not gonna, when I say therapy, I mean like modern therapy. Like I'm sure a lot of people go to therapy for like just, okay, I don't want to shit on fuck. They're good books. They're so, like, look, this one made me cry. 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 So I think that's all you really got to know about them. Damn, I wish I had more books with me. Wait. So nonfiction teaches you book smarts. And that sounds like you're like, what? How are you gonna learn street smarts from a freaking book? But it's like, you don't learn street smarts, but you learn like people smarts. Cause like nonfiction will teach you like, hey, like this is how you speak in a certain way. This is how you like in like this is how you speak Chinese or something. Like I don't know good nonfiction books like history. But to me, I feel like fiction teaches you like how other people interact with other people, how other people's brains work, and then you can like fiction helps you develop so much empathy because you get to just like see through someone else's lens. Like you just get to see like this is how this person thinks. This is how they write characters. And like I don't know, I think that's like infinitely more like obviously conversation is really valuable. I think that it's like to be able to empathize with people is like we do it more, like do that more. That's good for the world and just like your life, like understanding how people like damn there's a lot of camera angles but